Steve Mix as Fine gets set to put it in the air. Feidel and Jaminski struggle for it, and the tap won by Mike Jaminski, and the Sixers have the first possession. Cheeks. Shelton Jones wheels by Bernard King, goes up and scores. He has the first field goal of the game, and Steve, that's one of the points you were making to me this afternoon. He's got to find a way to be more active offensively.
Well, they're pleased with his play, and he's got his second 10-day contract coming up here in another what, 3 or 4 days. And I think he's got to become more active offensively if they expect to sign him for the third 10-day contract.
Well, they got to sign him for the rest of the year, actually.
Yes.
King misses at the other end, and the Sixers set up. They lead 2-zip. Low Cheeks. Hawkins uses Barkley. Wide open. The jumper wouldn't go. Feidel, the rebound. Feidel averages 5 boards a game. Pounded inside. Catlick's little jumper is heavy off the back of the rim, and a whistle and a loose ball foul. The foul is going to be charged to Dave Feidel, his first. And the Sixers will have possession. Terry Catledge is their leading rebounder, averaging 7.5 boards a game. And John Williams comes off the bench and gives them 6+ rebounds. Bo Cheeks. Hawk at the point. A bounce just off the lane to Jaminski, and he buries the jumper. Z-Man with his first 2. He has a field goal. Shelton Jones. A field goal. Hawkins checking Darrell Walker. Bernard King dribble drive. Floats it up and banks it in.
Tough shot that time by Bernard King.
Well, he's been playing well. King averaging 19 a game. Second to Jeff Malone. Barkley straight up top of the circle. Short rebound snapped down by Bernard King, baseline right. Malone runs the right baseline, hangs in the air and scores. A runner by Jeff Malone. And we're tied at 4.
2 runners.
Yep.
For the Washington Bullets. Tough shots by the Washington are making. You know, you take a look at the matchups, and this would be a good team just to pound the ball down low against. You got Feidel on Jaminski, Bernard King on Jones, and Catledge on Barkley. And I think you've got some mismatches there.
Hersey flashed from right to left, and the pass hit him on the shoulder and bounced out of bounds.
Hawk was wide open, too, and Maurice recognized that Charles set an excellent pick, and Hawk just did not.
He didn't see it coming. No. He thought he was going to come off the screen and could receive the pass. Malone again, the leaping leaner, and this time it won't go, but he was hit. The foul charged to Hersey Hawkins. And Hersey has his defensive work cut out for him tonight because Jeff Malone, as we touched on at the top, has been very, very effective. Steve, over what, the last 9-10 games?
Well, last 12 games, he's averaging close to 27 points, but for the last 4 games, you know, like 32, 30, 33.
Walker, a good defensive player. Jaminski with Feidel on him. Barkley, challenged by a former teammate, Terry Catledge. Fires the rainbow, short, rebound, Feidel. He's been very active in the early going. Bullets, leading 5-4. Go to work, Malone off balance, that wouldn't fall. Feidel struggles at the baseline for it, flattens the sign, and it's out of bounds. And after all of that, and the good hard work by Feidel, the ball belongs to the Sixers. Cheeks comes left side, trying to rub Walker off on Jaminski. Couldn't do it as he fought underneath. Missed the jumper, and Bernard King his second rebound. Gunned ahead to Catledge, easy one. They just flat beat the Sixers up the floor and take a 3-point lead. Hawkins unloads. Bingo. He poured that home. Hersey drains one off the right wing. And he needs to string about 3 or 4 together, really get his confidence back. Feidel picked up his dribble. Walker dumps it down. Malone posted, scores. Shelton Jones flies to the hole. He scores. At the other end, Shelton got it right back, and he's off to his best start with a pair of field goals in the early minutes. 9-8, Washington. Bernard King, nothing but net there. Bernard King, by the way, will be our halftime feature here on PHL 17. Halftime of tonight's game. Cheeks from 18. He drilled that. Mo Cheeks with his first field goal. 11-10, Bullets by 1. 7.5 left. Charles tried to steal it, couldn't, and then sails a couple of rows up.
Freddie Carter. Come on, Bruce, get some reactions, pal. Charles went for the steal, and Bruce Alexander was right in the way of Charles making that steal.
Bernard the pump fake, and it wouldn't go. It rattled around and danced out on him. Bernard will get to the free throw line on the foul on Shelton Jones, though. Kaminsky dumps it in for Charles Barkley, and he was shoved from behind. And spinning. Barkley fakes, drives into the paint, fires, scores. Charles with his first field goal. 13-12. Bullets lead by 1. Darrell Walker with a belt high left-hand dribble. Bernard King. Catlett poked away, picked up by Walker. He missed it at point-blank range, and the rebound, Jerminski. Cheeks through traffic. A little crossover move on Walker. Tried to turn him around. Jerminski from outside. That wouldn't fall. 13-12. Walker stutter steps down the lane, and he's sashayed right on home. 15-12.
Just another typical stroll down the paint by the opponent.
That's one thing the Sixers have got to do. They don't have a shot blocker. Hersey drains one from outside. They don't have a real shot blocker. And maybe more importantly, Steve, an intimidator. Somebody that will make you alter your shot or step in and take the hard foul.
Well, and that's what you have to do. And the teams know that they don't, that the 76ers do not have a good shot blocker. Mike Kaminsky's leading the 76ers with 50 block shots. But if somebody's coming down the middle, you've got to let it be known that, hey, you're not going to do this night in and night out on us, play after play. You got to put them into the floorboards more. 17-14. Bullets by 3. They have had pretty good balance in this morning so far. Hawkins fake. Barkley low post. Just off the box. Wheels to the baseline and try to go up and hit the end line. And on the turnover, the Bullets get it and a timeout. There's the double and the trap outside. Bernard King. Baseline. Feidel runs in and the reverse jam. Nice move by Feidel. I'll tell you what, at least in the early minutes, Steve, this is the best I've seen Feidel play. Yes. You know, they expected, I think, a lot more than what they're getting out of him. He's only averaging 5 points and just a few rebounds. And he has a kind of body that can play better than I think what statistically wise he's showing.
Charles for 3, forced it up and hit the rim, turns away, and the Bullets are off to the races. Bernard King to Catlett. He backs in, stripped, but fouled. Mo Cheeks tried to pick his pocket coming from behind. And the foul is going to be on Maurice. His first, the team's third. And Catlett, pretty nifty little move there.
It was a good move.
Second, 20-14. Cheeks. Hawkins around the Barkley screen. Now cuts away. He was open for a minute, couldn't get it to him. And Cheeks shuffled his feet. Maurice had 3 things to think about. Just pick up his dribble, drive, or try to dump the pass down low, and couldn't make a decision.
Well, that's where, you know, he was getting ready to take the shot. He saw somebody open underneath. He was getting ready to make the pass. Consequently, he ended up walking on the play.
Walker over the top. Malone unloads. Not this time, and the rebound, Mike Jerminski. Ron Anderson is checked in. Jerminski pump fakes, and he travels. Almost the same spot that Cheeks walked a minute ago. Another turnover. Well, Ron Anderson has come on, and Shelton Jones sits down. Shelton had 4, and that he came in averaging just 3.4 on the season. Feidel. Bounced at the baseline, a little mix-up. Now they get it into the post. Catlett goes up, misses that, and the rebound. Jerminski, and he is whacked across the forehead. Well, just above the left eye. Kaminsky. Charles Barkley. Inside Anderson. He's pushed from behind by Jeff Malone. 20-16. Bernard King, another running right-hander. This time it wouldn't fall. Kaminsky tracks down the rebound, slap back into play. Good hustle by the Bullets. Bernard King, Feidel, short jumper. He's got it. Feidel with 3 field goals. And 6, and it's a 22-16 Bullet lead. Charles powering to the hole. And a foul. And the foul is going to be charged to Darrell Walker. Well, that time they did jam it down inside.
Well, this is what they're going to have to do, because I think this is a great mismatch right here. Charles Barkley, I think, can post up Terry Catley. I mean, you take a look at Terry Catley, big, strong guy, but I think Charles has the advantage.
And he makes the free throw, completes the three-point play. Charles with 5 in the game, came in averaging 26.6 and 12.5 boards a game. 22-19. Bernard King trying to whip it down the lane, and it's poked away and out of bounds. Bruce Alexander says it belongs to the Bullets, but first a timeout with 2:57 remaining here in the first period. The Bullets lead by 3, 22-19. This game, without the express written consent of the NBA, is prohibited. Neil Funk with Steve Mix at the Cap Center in Landover, where the Bullets lead the Sixers 22-19. And the Bullets will have the ball as Malone will inbound, baseline left underneath the Bullets basket. Bernard King raises up from outside and just pulled the string on the jumper. Bernard King with his 8th point here of the first quarter. 3 field goals, 2 of 2 from the line. Anderson catches at the top. Little dribble handoff for Cheeks. Hawk looks inside, puts it on the floor. Little shake and bake move, fired and missed it way short. Malone, a good defensive job. Malone, it wouldn't fall. Rebound Kaminsky. 24-19. Sixers trail. Anderson wide open, kaboom. Ron Anderson drills one from the right side. That's money in the bank if you leave him that wide open.
Do not leave Ron Anderson open from 18, 19. That's like a layup for some guys.
Or in your case, layups became adventures. Bullets lead by 3. Sixers cut it to 1 on the drive by Kaminsky. Good pass, Charles Barkley. 24-23. As the Sixers close to within 1. Walker, lucky, got away with one, and then Cheeks did steal it. 3-on-1. Charles, bang. He looked at Feidel as if to say, come on.
Feidel backed off. He didn't want any part of that slam that time by Charles, as we see Charles getting ready to go down. A good pass by Maurice Cheeks. Charles looks over at Feidel. Goes up. Kaboom.
What?
Kaboom.
Oh. Walker, nope. Rebound, Catlin. Back up and go. Catlin stayed with it and brought it back up a second time. Catlin with his 2nd field goal and his 5th point. 26-25, Bullets by 1. Kaminsky falls and fires around the rim and off. Walker the rebound. Malone. Bernard King fires again. This time he bricks one, and Charles collars it. Wheels around Catlin. A bounce. The lead is for Hersey. The trailer is Charles. He scores. Good teamwork there. Barkley pushed it up with a power dribble away from Catlin. Found Hawkins, who returned the favor to the trailer Barkley. Bernard King dumps at the baseline. Catlin's really struggling. Walker now. Walker dribble drive. Floats it up, missed that. A rebound. Feidel back up and good, and he's fouled. Feidel has had some game. There's a look.
Good head and shoulder fake. Got Mike up in the air. Mike hits him coming down, but that's Dave Feidel's move. No, you have to know what the key moves are for certain players, and that is Dave Feitl's move right there. Give you a good head and shoulder fake, duck under the defensive player, and try and draw the foul.
The only thing he's done wrong is missed the free throw there on the try for the bottom end. 5 seconds left to play. Cheeks running to the hole, he scores at the horn. So we have played 1 quarter. The Sixers with a 1-point lead, 29-28.
Scott Brooks, Chris Belp in for the 76ers. Bulls played extremely well. And we were talking while we were gone for a few minutes. Dave Feitel, 8 points first period. Big period for Dave Feitel.
And here's a whistle off the ball as Bruce Alexander has the call, and the Sixers are going to get it. An offensive foul on Dave Feitel, his second, so he has 2 personal fouls. Here comes Charles Jones into the game, and Feitel will sit down. They got enough Joneses on this team that you can call me. Spinning in, Hawk, and it will not fall, but he'll get to the line. They've got Charles Jones. They've got Charles A. Jones. Who else? I guess that's it.
That is it. We have Shelton Jones. Good play that time by Hawk as he made a nice spin move to get to the bucket, draws the foul. Got to create ways to get some points and get to the line. Try to get some easy ones.
And he makes a couple there. Catledge, meantime, sits down. And into the game comes John Williams. And here's a steal. Hawkins will go coast to coast, and the layup's good. Chased by John Williams, but he couldn't touch it. Charles trying for the steal, and a foul on Charles.
I'm telling you, the referee could not see that play right there. That was a guess foul.
We had a much better look at it. I'm not so sure that he didn't foul him, but I know the official because he was screened.
Yes.
(33-28). Sixers with a 5-point advantage. They blew the bullets out here in this building last time these people faced each other here. Jumper missed, and here come the Sixers again. Anderson squares up. In and out. Rebound snapped down by Darrell Walker, who does do an excellent job, Steve, of rebounding the basketball, playing at guard. There's a steal. Anderson heads the other way. Bounce to Scott Brooks. Scotty back to Anderson. Raises up. Nope. And Walker another rebound. John Williams. Bernard King trying to force feed it inside. Another steal. Brooks really traveled. Might have. Now Hersey, he drills this. Missed a couple, but then buried one. He has 10. He's in double figures.
The Anderson layup. 18-footer.
35-28. Outside, Jeff Malone answers right back, and that's money in the bank. 35-30. Driving Anderson, won't go, but he'll get to the line to shoot a couple. 37-30, a 7-point Sixer lead. And here's Jimmy Lynam in the background. Scotty Brooks to get after Jeff Malone. Malone fake toward the basket, then cut back out to receive the pass. Now leans in, misses. The rebound tapped up, and a loose ball foul. And that's going to go against Hart, way heavy in a rebound. Charles Jones. Grant, well, he nearly walked, but able to put on the brakes in time. Baseline, Williams. A line drive jumper, John Williams. Hawkins raises up again and good again. Hawk with his 5th field goal, his 12th point. 39-32. The Sixers seesawing back and forth, win a 5 and a 7-point lead. Malone again. He's perfect. Malone warming to the task, now has 9. Steve told you about his string of 30-plus games. Gulp at the top. Anderson fakes on Harvey. Takes him into the lane and then kicked it out to Coleman. Brooks faked the 3. Wide open Coleman, 15-footer. On the rim, no good. And only one Sixer underneath, and that was Velp. Malone, if that goes, his prayer really would have been answered. It's a three-point game. And here's the pressure by Washington, and a push foul. Malone and Grant trying to pressure Anderson into a turnover, and a push foul. Steve Coulter, former Sixer, checks into the game. So does Eccles. He comes on for Washington. Liddell is my idol, my hero. When he touches it, he will shoot it.
Shot a second.
Down. Coleman tried to change his shot, and that's an offensive foul. Good call by Lee Jones. Has been cleared out with his free arm, trying to get the shot up. So it is Coulter, Williams, Eccles, Harvey Grant, and Darrell Walker. Walker is out of there. Driving inside Eccles, that wouldn't fall. And that was the first time he touched it.
Absolutely.
Sixers come the other way. Outside Gerald Henderson, short. Follow is good, Ben Coleman. Jones, Williams, Coulter, Grant, and Eccles. Here's Williams from the top. He drilled it. Now he brought it up. He can play at least 4 positions.
Well, you've got to pick him up a little bit earlier than the top of the key, because he can shoot that shot.
In this match somewhere, they find Coleman, and his little turnaround is good. Coulter pressured by Brooks.
Ben's got to start picking Williams up a little bit earlier. Here he comes. Just look at that.
And wrapped as he took it strong to the hole, though, and nobody. And for some reason, they've been a bit. He's been a bit of a disappointment. Driving Anderson, and a whistle, and an offensive foul. Charles Jones took the charge, and Coulter will inbound. A 43-40 Sixer lead. But we've had what you wouldn't call pretty basketball here for the last few minutes. Eccles, he'll shoot it. Miss it, and the rebound all down by Coleman. Brooks dribble it off his chest, but maintain control. Coleman for Anderson. Fires a rainbow. That's an air ball. They scrambled for it. Finally picked up by Williams. Coulter just able to save it in front of Wes Unseld. A crossover dribble. Grant fakes and fires and scores. 43-42 as now Washington has battled back. Sixers had a 7-point lead, and that has melted to 1 now. Coleman deep at the baseline, missed it. Not the greatest shot selection in the world. Cranked underneath the bin, he stripped but fouled.
Players have to know what their strengths are, and Ben's from big block to big block, and that's where he should stay.
Eccles. Good defense, and the ball loose and out of bounds. They're going to give it to the Sixers, and they earned it with some solid defense that trip. 45-42, Sixers lead by 3, their biggest lead 7. Washington drew to within a point a minute ago. Gerald Henderson. Anderson. Brooks for 3, the home run, in and out. Harvey Grant tracks the rebound down baseline left. Coulter against Brooks. Grant checked by Anderson. Here's Williams against Velp. Leans in and caught a shot up, missed it, but the follow is good by Eccles. Liddell Eccles. In a hurry, Henderson. Great move, he scores, and he's fouled. Wow, what a sensational move by Gerald Henderson. Watch if we see it again, watch the crossover dribble. Amazing.
That was super. Scotty Brooks pushed the ball up. Good behind the back move that time by Gerald Henderson. Went between 2 players, laid it in. Good move that time. Those are exciting plays to watch when you're a basketball fan.
And an aggressive move by Gerald, who has played more on the perimeter this season. At that time, he took it a ton to the basket with a great behind-the-back move to move it from his right hand to his left. Eccles, he'll shoot it again and miss. I'm not even going to say he catches it. I'm just going to say he shoots it. Scott Brooks, and he left it for Gerald Henderson, but Gerald ran out of bounds and came back in to catch the pass. Well, on the turnover, the Bullets get it back. Turnovers have hurt the Sixers here in the first half, but this lead would be bigger than it is. It's 48-44 right now. Liddell Eccles. Surely he wouldn't shoot it from there.
Sure he would.
Might. Williams. Coulter got some help, but then Belp got there defensively. Brooks with a good steal. He gambled, picked his pocket. Drives, and the layup is there. Good anticipation by Scott Brooks. Eccles, and here comes Brooks. Faked as if he was going to go at him, attacking from the left side. Swooped in on the right side. Sixers grinding it out defensively. Coulter misses. Rebound tap, no, and then a whistle, an offensive basket interference against Washington, and the Sixers will get it. Somebody was in the cylinder. 50-44. A 6-point Sixer lead. 4:12 left to play, first half, and there's a holding foul out back. Liddell Eccles. Eccles will come out, and Jeff Malone will check back in.
Good move by Wes Unseld.
Yeah, you know, they like Eccles, and they think once he gets his game under control, they like the way he plays. They say he plays hard whenever he's in there, that he can score. He can give him scoring. And they say they're actually encouraging him. I was talking with Mel Proctor, their play-by-play man, to Wes Unseld. It's just that when we saw him starting with the preseason, every time he's caught it, he shot it. It's distressing to us.
Yes.
Jeff Malone, and he ran in and had it blocked away. Malone went down hard, and he's slow getting up. Brooks, the trailer is Anderson. At the base, Henderson. Nope. The Bullets will head the other way, and Jeff Malone's already down there. Culver weaves through traffic. Williams, great move, and he scores. There's a big-time move, just like Gerald's was at the other end. 3:34 left. Underneath Coleman. Nope. And there's John Williams again for a rebound. Williams. Stops. Malone. Aims and scores. Brooks in a hurry. Poked away by Coleman. 4-on-1. Belp is the only man back. Malone and Belp blocked it, but a foul. But give Belp credit. Denied the field goal. Blocked it, but got him with his body. Watch this.
4-on-1. Bullets against Chris Belp. Good block. Caught him with the body.
For the Bullets, Grant, Jeff Malone, Steve Calder, Terry Catledge, and Dave Feidel. Henderson, but his club leading by 2. Unloads for 3. Bang! Down the well it went. Gerald Henderson, he's been due.
You're right. He has been due. He's shooting about 41% from the three-point line.
Where's that stat you've been waiting for a month to read?
I know it. I know it.
Grant. Holder, and now Catledge. Partially deflected. Catledge his own rebound. No! And the rebound, Cheminsky. He just flat missed it. Barkley. Holder poked at it and knocked it out of bounds. And a timeout taken by Wes Unseld. A timeout taken with 2:28 left. 55-50. The 76ers. Heading with him. One of the Bullets TV people and a former NBA star. But when Kevin gets up to leave to go back to his other duties, John will, of course, be sitting there by himself.
With all his friends.
With all his friends, right. I saw him. He bought about 5 or 6 boxes of popcorn and a couple of hot dogs. Now, I assume that maybe somebody was planning on somebody sitting there, or maybe he's going to eat all of that himself.
I would take the latter.
The latter? Okay. But here, you know what? This is a long day in the Cap Center for him. He was here for the Georgetown game, the Georgetown, Connecticut game. He was here scouting that game and looking at the college talent. So he's been here all afternoon.
The 76ers battling for a $20,000 first prize that Larry Bird has taken away the last couple of years.
And says that he may participate in this year, even though his feet aren't completely healed. 57-50, the Sixers. Eccles will fire again in this. He has come back on. Sixers have matched their biggest lead of the game. Kaminsky, good feed down deep, and Barkley the turnaround. They just pumped it right into the middle to Charles. He spun and fired and scored. 59-50 Sixers for their biggest lead of the game. D.D. Coulter, the pull-up. Butler, left side of the rim, and then dropped. Cheeks in a hurry for Ron Anderson. Ronnie, a bounce. Kaminsky backs in, fakes one way, spins the other, and scores. Fake as if to drive into the lane, and now Anderson, Barkley, and Catledge. And now Unseld has a few words for Barkley. They push Barkley away. Now, I don't know what precipitated that. And Unseld is really hot.
I missed the whole play.
I did too. And I don't know whether we'll have it or not.
But I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't want to get in Wes's way when he gets mad.
Well, how about the three of them? Barkley, Wes Unseld, and Terry Catledge. Now, let's see if we can see it. They start back up the floor. And there's...
We missed what happened earlier.
Yeah, it had to, something had to have been said, or... Now, you know what? I think it might have been between Catledge and Anderson. Well, let's see.
Well, we see Catledge going right at Charles and Anderson. So I'm not sure what transpired a couple seconds prior to that. But Charles had a good grip on his throat. I know that.
All right, let's see here.
As Catledge was trying to check Barkley out, and Charles just turned around and pushed him down.
Okay, we found it. Charles shaking his head like, hey, I didn't do anything.
No, just going to the offensive boards the best way I know how.
61-52 as order is restored. Good camera work by the folks. Vital missed it. Follow Catledge, got it, and he'll get to the line. Catledge is pumped up right now. You didn't let me finish my thought, or I didn't finish my thought. Excellent camera work, and our director, Dave Getz, we finally found it in there.
Yes.
And that was not easy to find either. Charles will come out. Catledge is at the line.
And then you go down the other end. Shot goes up. Washington Bullets have 4 guys on the offensive boards. Catledge gets it, takes it up. Second foul on Charles Barkley.
And a 20-second timeout taken now by the Washington Bullets with 1:10 left to play. We've got your courtside seat right here on PHL 17 for more exciting slam dunk action when the Sixers take on the New Jersey. And by any stretch of the imagination, then Catledge, I assume, was going after Charles, although it looked like Anderson got in the middle between them. And then
in a little scuffle like that, that's usually all it is a war of words.
Henderson trying to drive, and the foul is on Liddell Eccles. And on Liddell, that is 2. 63-55. 8-point Sixer advantage. Their biggest lead 9. Vital for Bernard King. Coulter pumps it down low, and Bernard King scores. Bernard found himself open at the baseline. 63-57. Kaminsky fires, missed it. Rebound controlled by Bernard King. Coulter, who's played at the point for a good while now. Inside, that won't go. Catledge to follow. Eccles tried to force it up again. Luckily, teammate Catledge was there. 63-59. Bullets just hanging in there. They played it tough. 8 seconds. Henderson circling. Gerald down the boulevard. Kicks it out. Anderson fires the jumper. On the rim. Nope. Vital the rebound. And the period is over. So we have played 1/2 of basketball here at the Cap Center.
Point games, rather, that year. But he blew out his knee in a game later on, and many thought that he would never play another one. Well, tonight's halftime feature is brought to you by McDonald's Family Restaurants of southeastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Bernard King, from the streets of Brooklyn, All-America at Tennessee, entered the NBA with the New Jersey Nets in 1978, and in his first 2 seasons was the cornerstone of the young team. However, beset with personal problems, King was traded twice in 1 year. He looked to return to form with the Golden State Warriors. And Bernard responded, earning the NBA's first Comeback Player of the Year award. But King's real comeback occurred in 1982 when he was traded to the Knicks. He came home to play in New York. While the Knicks struggled to make the playoffs in '83 and '84, Bernard's talent blossomed. Combining strength, cat-like quickness, and fierce competitiveness, King became the ultimate small forward in the league during those 2 seasons. His intensity to win fueled a reckless physical abandon. He scrambled for loose balls and rebounds with the same fury that made him virtually unstoppable going to the basket. As the 1985 script began to play, King was supreme, leading the league in scoring. 50-point efforts regularly appeared in the box scores. In his 55th game, however, Bernard King's knee betrayed him, and the scoring machine was stopped dead in its tracks. It was a long, arduous journey back after reconstructive surgery.
Bernard, first of all, let's talk just briefly about the rehabilitation of your knee. I know you worked awfully hard, almost 1.5 years, I believe.
Well, actually, it was basically 2 years that I was under strenuous programs of rehabilitating the knee. As you know, I suffered a knee injury that required reconstructive knee surgery. And fortunately, it all worked out very well. I came here to the Bullets last season. I thought that I played extremely well. We made the playoffs. And this year, we're going through a bit of a rebuilding program with a lot of younger players at this point. So hopefully, before the year is out, we'll show some signs of improvement.
The player we saw last year was not the same, but it is to Bernard's credit that he found a way to return, though he had to adapt his game.
I think in general the league has evolved, and I've had to compensate in some certain ways. What I mean by that is I had to improve my outside shot over the years. When I came in 12 years ago, I was a legitimate small forward, possibly even tending toward a big forward at that time. Now guys my height are playing guard, and so as a result, I'm facing the basket a lot more. You don't see me posting up as much more as I did in the past. But I think that overall, I'm still as effective. I think that in terms of long-term prospects, it will extend my career, my contributions to this ball club. I think that any player in the NBA, the skills that you tend to exhibit on the court is dictated based on the sort of system that you're playing. And if you have the skills to adapt your game to any system, I think as I've demonstrated during the course of my career, you'll see my game evolve. And here in Washington, I've been asked to move more without the basketball. And if we were in a more set-oriented offense, that's something I think I could take advantage of as well. And I think that I can play within any system.
Bernard, thank you very much for your time. I'll let you get back and warm up, and I won't tell Albert, your brother, what you said about him prior to.
Well, listen, he's out in San Antonio, so I don't think his hearing stretches this far, but it's a pleasure sitting here talking to you.
Bernard King. Darrell Walker at the point now. It's Bernard King driving and scoring off the right side. Bernard King with his 5th field goal and his 12th point of the game, averaging 19. Good fake, Shelton Jones, but he traveled. Shelton got 2 quick field goals at the start of the game. Tried to get one here to begin the second half, but was caught for traveling. (63-61). Bernard King off balance, running right-hander won't go. Cheeks and Hawkins run the right side. Hawk stops and pops short. Bullets for the tie. Not this time. Rebound, Hersey again. Cheeks, Hawkins, Jaminski, Barkley, and Shelton Jones to begin the second half of the Sixers. Barkley just off the lane on the right side. 2-man game with Cheeks. Backs into Charles, and a whistle and a holding foul. It's on Walker trying to double down.
Well, the nice thing about the 76ers having a 4-point lead at halftime is that when they are ahead, their record is 18-1. We witnessed last night against the Celtics, 3-16 when behind. So let's see if the 76ers can continue that.
Charles trying to go strong to the bucket. He's knocked off his feet. A few words and a little shoving and pushing in the first half. Here's Gatlage.
Kind of an Errol Flynn school of acting, though, on that one.
Errol Flynn. Well, you are aging, aren't you? Just stay up late at night to see Errol Flynn.
He's a midnight movie star now.
Hell, he is. He's like 2 o'clock at night. Cheeks from downtown. That won't go. Bounces over the top of the backboard. And the Bullets will have it. And another opportunity for Washington to tie. Walker. Angles right side this time. Feidel, who had a good first half. Before getting himself into foul trouble. Jeff Malone raises up. Wouldn't fall. Feidel wrestling with Jaminski and Barkley for the rebound. And a loose ball foul on Feidel. And that's his third. He got 2 bang-bang in the first half, and Wes had to sit him down. And now has his third, and let's see if maybe the Sixers try to jam it into Jaminski and let him go to work on Feidel. Cleared the side for Hersey Hawkins. Hawkins reverses with his dribble, fires and scores. Good move. Hawkins with his 6th field goal and his 14th point. He had 16 last night in the loss to the Celtics. Walker was open, drives, and goes up, in and out. Rebound, Jaminski. Walker had an open 7-footer, decided he wanted more ground than that, and then missed it. Sixers will inbound as the ball deflected out of bounds. A 4-point Philadelphia lead. We're just underway here in the third period. Hawkins raises up. That'll be way short. Bernard really wanted to run in, but mishandled it. Catlett's trying to post on Barkley. Turns, fires, scores. Catlett's caught it where he wanted to. Tries for the steal and then sails into the crowd. Charles just kind of looks at him and then goes to Jaminski. Around the rim and off, and Feidel the rebound. Bullets for the tie this trip. Jeff Malone, good feed. Walker goes up, blocked. Feidel, the rebound. Nope, tap again, no. Rebound, Catlett back up, and no again. The rebound finally Jaminski. They had 4 or 5 cracks at it. And it wouldn't go down. Barkley as they loop it into him. Bernard King coming with weak side help. And a whistle blew. It's on Bernard. He came from the left of the lane all the way across to help on Barkley. Maurice. Charles. There's the double by Walker. Charles spins by the double and jams with 2 hands. Hello. Hello, Mr. Walker. Hello, Mr. Catlett.
Yes.
Goodbye. Quick
spin move that time. Charles just great move that time by Charles Barkley. Spins away from the double team.
Shelton Jones and Feidel banging a little bit and a little conversation. 4-point Philadelphia lead. Bullets will inbound. Feidel comes out. Walker. Bernard King. Pump fakes, good move, and he scores. A little head and shoulder fake, and then pumped it, showed him the ball, and then knocked it in. 7:46 left to play, third quarter. Sixers by 2. Still by 2. Jaminski offensive board. His first offensive rebound of the game. Jump hook, no. Charles powered his way for the rebound, and a loose ball foul on Charles. 3 on Charlie. And once again, the Bullets will have possession with an opportunity to tie. Malone, hands in the air as he wants a set play. See if he called his own number. Walker circles right. Bernard pops out. Not there. Catlett's posted against Barkley. Staggers into the lane, goes up and scores. Strong move by Terry Catlett. Twice he's taken it right into the teeth of the Sixer defense and scored. We're tied at 67. 7:07 left. Third quarter. Cheeks again from downtown, and this time he poured it in. Cheeks with his third field goal, his first of this period. 69-67. Sixers by 2 again. Inside Malone. He's got it. Well, he just kind of little shuffle cuts along the baseline, and boom, all of a sudden he's right in front of the basket.
Really uses his people down low. Cuts in, cuts out, spins around. Does an excellent job of using everybody on the floor.
Hawkins, Charles, good screen. Wanted to run a pick and roll, poked loose. Hawkins got it back, 8 on the shot clock. Skip pass for Cheeks. Cheeks fires and missed it. The rebound, Charles Barkley. He yanks it down, goes back up and scores. He flattened Darrell Walker in the process. Oh, wow, they're bowling for dollars, right? $1 for every guy he sends sprawling. 71-69. Catledge again. Not this time, and the rebound. Walker back up, not that time. The rebound, Bernard King, and he's finally good. On 2 different possessions, they've gotten like 8 shots up.
Well, that certainly does not put a smile on Jimmy Linus' face. You take a look at the first half stats, and Bullets just crushed 76ers on the boards, 27-19, and they're doing the same thing the second half.
Well, it's 36-26, the rebound advantage for the Bullets, as Hersey sticks one right side, right in front of Wes Unseld. 36-26, the advantage for the Bullets on the glass. Sixers by 2. Bernard King, good feed, Walker. He will score the first trip this time. Hit it strong to the glass. 73-73 tie. Cheeks directing traffic. Hawkins, Charles battling with Catledge. I mean, they're doing some banging on his way to the hole. And now Catledge and Barkley nearly go after each other again. Charles laughing, and Catledge does not have a smile on his face. Timeout taken. With 5 minutes left to play in the third. We have a dead even ball game. The Sixers 73, the Bullets 73. Anything like that. Bernard King, jumper no. The rebound at the baseline. Walker again goes back up and scores. Walker, right spot, right time the last 2 trips. Walker's second and third field goals off of misses. 75-75 tie. Barkley, played by John Williams now. Williams trying to body. Charles takes it to the hole, missed it, and tipped it in with his left hand. That's how good Charles is, just kind of defiantly. Okay, I didn't get it with the right hand. Here, tipping it with the left. Malone leans in and misses. Jaminsky shoots it down. Ranked ahead to Barkley running. Charles again, he spins by Williams and traveling call. Oh, looked like he was on ice skates there. Tried to spin and turn Williams around. He really did. Outside Walker, a rainbow. That's heavy. Hawkins off to the races. Now waits. Then up the right side. Anderson is checked in. Dribble drive. Hooks in the left hand. Missed it. Tap Anderson. No. Follow Anderson. It's good off the glass. Hard work by Ron Anderson. Averaging 17.2. Has 8 in this game. Just 2 field goals. One in the first half, one here in the third period. Malone turns Hawkins around. The jumper's good. 79-77. Sixers by 2. Kaminsky. 2-man game. Cheeks and Barkley. Back to Cheeks. He raises up off the back of the rim and over the top again, over the top of the backboard. Well, the Bullets will get it. Score the Nets, leading the Cavaliers 64-51 at Cleveland in the third quarter. Interesting. The Nets have turned into a pretty good road team, Steve.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well right now, and we'll be there next Saturday.
Bernard King buries a jumper off the left side, and we're tied at 79. Kaminsky. Straight up at the top. Barkley for Jaminsky, and he couldn't handle the pass. Williams will ball handle for Walker. To Williams, the trailer, he scores. And the Bullets have seized the lead. And a timeout, Philadelphia. The Bullets 81, the Sixers 79 as they come to their feet.
Ball a little bit better, but you got to give credit to the Washington Bullets. Their defense is playing extremely well.
Cheeks, they showed trap. Never really came all the way with it. He slices away. Barkley doubled now at the baseline on the right side. He raises up with 5 on the shot clock and sticks it. Charles with the shot clock down beyond 5. Buried one. 81-81 tie. Walker or Bernard King. Doubled and a reach in. Followed the Bullets all season long as Malone raises up and misses and Barkley claims the rebound. Is that they have played hard in every game.
And that's one thing that Wes Unseld is pleased about with this team, because they are playing hard, and it shows out here during certain points of the ballgame.
There's a missile by Hersey that nearly landed in the next county. 81-81 tie. They lob to John Williams. Floats it up and scores. Bullets have seized the lead. 83-81.
Well, somebody better find out who's guarding John Williams, because he can light this building up given the opportunity. He just beat somebody down the floor, and defensively nobody got back to pick him up.
Barkley, they isolated. He backs in. Anderson, they swing it deep to the baseline. Hersey launches another one. They around the rim and go. Hersey got the roll that time, as shooters are wont to do. 84-83, Sixers by 1. Missed it at point-blank range. They have missed a million shots. Now, is that score right?
Yes, that was a three-pointer last time.
It was, okay. They didn't post it originally.
So Hawk comes down, shoots a three-pointer last time. Time before that, almost into the next count.
I'll be honest with you, I thought Charles looked like it was a 3-2. But Anderson from outside won't go. Charles, great hustle. Oh, that's just hard work there. That is just hard work. That didn't have anything to do with athletic ability. He just outworked the Bullet.
15 left on the shot clock. 5-second difference between the game clock.
Brooks. Charles for 3. Nope. Malone has it. Guns it for Williams. He runs in, and he is hammered with 3 seconds on the clock.
Assists and 11 boards.
That won't count even if it goes. And we have Gerald Henderson and Scott Brooks in the backcourt. Coleman, Anderson, and Barkley the front line. A small lineup for Jimmy Lynam right now. Here's Scotty for 3. Kaboom!
Well, Larry, I'm sorry.
Scotty's not. 87-84. Sixers quickly into a 3-point lead. You win the starter jacket, though, Larry. Don't be too disappointed. Bernard King, line drive. No. Tap, no. Coleman rushing for the rebound and flicks it back to Scott Brooks, but it was out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bullets.
Bruce, that wasn't out. Oh, no way.
For Washington, Bernard King, Darrell Walker, Charles Jones, Don Williams, and this man Eccles. He fires, missed it. He's launched what, 8 and made 1.
Well,
right?
he played 7 minutes and had 5 shots up first half.
Brooks. Carroll pump fakes Eccles, takes him baseline and dribbled it off his knee and out of bounds, and on the turnover the Bullets get it. 3-point Sixer lead on the home run by Scott Brooks. Walker. Bernard King. Jumper. Yes, sir. Doesn't have that same quickness that he used to have, but he still gets it done.
He's lucky to even be out there, I'll tell you the truth, with coming out of the surgery that he had.
87-86. Barkley on a little give and go, and a whistle on a foul. That'll go against the Bullets. And it's on Darrell Walker trying to help too. He's 2 of 3 on the night. And the Sixers lead by that margin. 2 points. There's a lob back door, and it's just kind of floated in by Charles Jones. He guided it in more than anything else.
Great pass that time by John Williams.
You know it's a good pass when you don't have to catch it. You just got to drop it through. Ben Coleman pump fakes, knocks one man down, fires and scores. Ben with a field goal. 90-88, and we seesaw back and forth. John Williams actually playing the point, has Barkley outside. Grant to the baseline, he walked a mile, and it's whistle, and Lee Jones from behind detected the walk.
Harvey getting ready to make that move, and he dragged that left foot. He gave a good head and shoulder fake. Unfortunately, took 2 or 3 steps too many.
Scott Brooks wants play number 4. Gerald pops out to the top. Anderson off the screen by Coleman. From downtown, nothing but net. 92-88 as the Sixers continue to fend off the Bullets. Eccles bounce to Williams. Back to Eccles. He goes up, and a whistle. Tomorrow and mention PHL 17 and the 76ers. The foul charged to Liddell Eccles.
Lowered his shoulder and knocked Gerald Henderson down on his post-up move.
And Gerald got away with one of those flops, didn't he?
He's been working on it for a long time, so he should have it down by now.
Barkley cranks it cross court. Coleman staggering through traffic. It's on the rim and good. A little hop, skip, and jump, and then he just kind of looped it up there, and it went.
Hit the side of the rim on the left side, bounced around, rolled around. Let's take a look at it. Good pass by Charles. Recognizes Ben Cummins through the middle. Hits it on the left side, rolls around, uses every part of the rim, falls through.
Looked like Carl Lewis in the triple jump. In and out, no good.
But not the same distance.
Well, moderate distance. Eccles, dribble drive, and a block foul. They'll count the hoop. Jimmy wants a charge.
Well, it should have been. Charles did not move. I'll tell you right now. Here, Charles did not move.
You know what happens? Charles is so strong that even with the contact, he isn't budged. And the guy says, "Hey, there had to be a block."
Must have fouled him, right?
You didn't even lean backward. 94-91, Sixers by 3. Here they come on the dead run. They loop it out. Brooks for 3. Nope. The rebound tapped out and kept alive by Gerald Henderson, but it sails out into the crowd, and it belonged to the Bullets. Sixers trying for their 7th road win of the year. They came into this game 6-12 on the road, 15-5 at the Spectrum, 21-17 overall. Grant, lead for Eccles, got it. And that's why they liked it. 94-93. They're Sixers. Coulter with some pressure. Harvey Grant. And Gerald Henderson. Brooks. And Gerald. Now Washington trying to get after people. Kaminsky's turnaround is heavy. The rebound. Fought taken away by Anderson. And a whistle. And it's going to go against the Bullets. That might be on Liddell Eccles, and is. Eccles with his 5th. And let's see if Wes Unseld makes a change here. Eccles with a couple of big field goals prior to the last timeout. And he will make a change, and he'll come back with his big gun, Jeff Malone, in a moment. Henderson tried to loop it back out, got caught in the air and had nowhere to go with it. Threw it away. Coulter dribble drive, scoops and scores. There's the trap. Brooks weaves, kicks it off. Gerald wouldn't fall. And a loose ball foul. That's going to go against Harvey Grant, I believe. Let's see if it is. On Harvey Grant, off the ball underneath. A loose ball foul. His second. Well, no damage done, as the Sixers will retain possession. Here comes Hersey Hawkins back into the game, and Gerald will come out.
Good call that time by the referee underneath, as Harvey Grant kind of gave Ron Anderson a little left cross to the back of the head. Had to call it. I understand, right in front of the referee.
Brooks, Anderson, fake swinging it, comes back right baseline. Turnaround Anderson, yes sir. Anderson, 96-95, Sixers by 1. Williams in trouble underneath, and Kohler traveled. Boy, we've seen a lot of traveling calls.
We really have. Tonight, guys are shuffling their feet, catching rebounds, getting offensive rebounds, trying to get a little bit better position. But the one thing they're forgetting is put the ball on the floor first.
96-95, a 1-point Sixer lead. Brooks. Now he picks up his dribble. Anderson against Harvey Grant. Kaminsky, and he traveled. Back-to-back walks. So no damage done by either team, and the Bullets will have possession. 6:31 left to play. A game that is seesawed back and forth. Harvey Grant. Williams at the point. Now Malone off the elbow on the left side and drilled it. Jeff Malone. 7 field goals, or make that 8 field goals for Jeff Malone. And 21 points. And a long way to go, 5:52. A 1-point Bullet lead. 5 on the shot clock. Scott Brooks had to force it up. Kaminsky grabbed at it, and it was picked up by Washington. Here comes John Williams. Williams cruises in, and an offensive foul, John Williams. Hawkins stood his ground underneath, and Williams glided in on the left side and was called for the charge. Here's a look.
There was no way that Williams was going to pass that off. He saw Hawk underneath. Hawk started leaning back a little bit before he got hit, but that's what you're supposed to do if you're a little guy when you see the big guy coming at you. That was a good call that time by the referee.
(97-96) the Bullets. Hawkins. Cheeks. Hersey fakes. He's alone. Kicks it off for Cheeks and nearly threw it away. And there's a whistle underneath. And this is going to go against the Sixers. It's on Anderson.
On Anderson. 97-96. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Bullets with a 1-point lead. The Sixers must play good, strong defense from this point out. Good double teaming, trapping the ball. Good, solid defense one-on-one if they want to win the game.
And there's a good defensive play there, and then a foul. 6. So we have 10 ties. 10 ties in the game. Kaminsky, line drive hook around the rim. He got the roll. Hit the rim on the far side, but he shot it baseline right, and then just curled back around and dropped. 99-98. Bullets by 1. John Williams, straight up. Driving Charles Jones, short. Kaminsky, a big rebound. Now the Sixers can regain the lead. Barkley started to drive, and wisely pull up. Anderson fakes, goes in the air, stripped and stolen. Coulter for Harvey Grant. They had Jeff Malone wide open, didn't see him. Turn around, the baseline's good anyway. John Williams and a timeout Sixers. 101-98, Bullets by advantage on the field goal by John Williams. Williams now with 15 in the game. We've had a dandy here at the Cap Center. We told you at the very beginning of the broadcast that the Bullets have been playing well at home, and they've gotten spectacular play from Jeff Malone over the course of the last 12 games, especially the last 4, and he's played well again here tonight. Sixers with the ball, a lot of time left, 3:54. Hawkins really had it stripped away, and here's a whistle and a holding foul on Harvey Grant. As Hawkins started his drive. Right now for the Sixers, Cheeks, Barkley, Anderson, Jaminski, and Hawkins, and Hersey will be at the free throw line. And it's a 2-point, or rather a 1-point game. The Bullets 101, the Sixers 100. The guy on the scoreboard might be the slowest in the league. Harvey Grant, pressured by Ron Anderson. Grant fires on the move and misses that. Rebound, John Williams will get another try. Well, it wasn't one and done there. Looped out to Colden. He buried it. Hawkins from outside. Nothing but net there. Hersey answers right back, and now we duel down the stretch. 103-102. The Bullets by 1 with 3 minutes exactly left. Coulter lost the handle. Cheeks dives for it and a foul. That might be on Coulter diving after it. It is. Coulter lost the handle. Cheeks tried to pick it up. Coulter diving to retrieve it. Committed the foul and will walk to the other end. A push tied at 103. The 11th tie of the game. Sixers trying to gather themselves defensively here. Coulter left alone for a minute. Penetrates. Goes up. No. Short. Rebound. Hersey Hawkins. Coulter had an uncontested try at it, and it wouldn't go down. Sixers can recapture the lead. 2.5 left. And a nail-biter at the cap center. Neil Funk with Steve Mix. Barkley gunned underneath, and great anticipation by Charles Jones, and he picked it off. Bullets get it on the turnover. Williams. Jeff Malone falling, firing, scoring. 105-103. 2:05 left. Bullets for the lead. Sixers look for the tie. Hawkins for Charles. Everybody clears away. They run Coulter at it. Cheeks for Hawkins. He fakes into the lane, spins around, lays it off, and a whistle and a 24-second violation. They did not get the shot away. And a timeout, Washington. With 1 minute 40.
Fake up, and you got to fire it, because that's 5 seconds is going to run out. 24-second clock will run out, and you won't get an attempt up.
Bullets bring it up. 1:38 left as Malone crossed the timeline. Checked by Hersey Hawkins. Williams with a pick at the top. Williams now with Hawkins on him. Barkley plays Jeff Malone. Malone down the lane. Floats it up. No. Rebound. Williams goes back up. Mr. Jaminski the rebound. Sixers can tie. Anderson in traffic. Double clutched and missed it, but was hit in midair and will get to the free throw line. 105-103.
Sixers did an excellent job of pushing the ball up that time. Maurice saw Ron Anderson open about 30 feet ahead. He pushed.
Coulter at the point against Cheeks. Malone pops out. Free for a moment. Fires. Missed it. Rebound. Controlled by Charles Jones, and Jaminski's furious as he was shoved underneath.
He really was shoved. Lee Jones says, no, I didn't see the foul, but we could see it from here.
They run some time off the clock. 49 seconds left. Coulter fires. Got it. And a timeout. Hawkins, Charles, Barkley fakes. A double. Coulter reaches in and a foul. Coulter reaching in.
Foul.
No, it's going to be on Charles. Wow. I thought that they got Coulter reaching in, but it was on Charles. trying to get it back.
Steve Kohler made an excellent steal. Ball comes right up, and the only way Charles got the ball back was to grab the left arm of Stevie Kohler.
So the Bullets have it, leading by 2. 18 seconds left. 16 on the shot clock. Shot clock and the game clock almost in sync. Malone knocked off his feet by Barkley. They pick it up. Charles Jones, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kohler, no, an air ball. It's out of bounds. There's 1 second on the shot clock, but
can't be.
No, you're right.
Cannot be one
bound near the timeline. 4 seconds left. Harvey Grant will get up on Anderson. Anderson looks and looks and looks and fakes and looks, and a 20-second timeout. He got it in time. And looks and cranks for Barkley. 4 seconds, 3. Barkley in the air. He's hit. And it's blocked away. Now what do we got? The clock says 0 and no foul on the play. It's over. We'll have to see that again. Charles caught it. Now, Steve, I must be going wacko. I thought he had time enough to put it on the floor at least once.
He really did. He had 4 seconds.
Now it starts. Right there.
He could have taken 1 or 2 more dribbles. Got a little bit closer to the bucket. Charles was going for the win instead of the overtime. Maurice was wide open on the left side. He could have hit Maurice for the 3-point try. Didn't really matter as John Williams blocked the shot of Charles Barkley. The Bullets win it 107 to 105.
There's a look at the clock. Now watch him catch it. Now it's start. He got it on the floor. There's still 4. Now 3. Yeah, he could have had he chose.
Anderson wide open coming in from the right side.
Well, had he elected to, the only thing I question is, had he elected to, I think he could have gotten at least a step closer and maybe drawn the foul. But hey, that's all hindsight. And we'll be right back.